Welcome to week 5, Enhancing Page Layout and Design. Let's take a look at this week's objectives. Inserting continuous section breaks, format text in columns, inserting symbols and special characters, insert and format text boxes, insert drop cap letters, create and modify word art, and remove a photo's background. Let's get started.
This week's topic is going over enhancing page layout and design. Enhancing page layout and design helps make your document more readable and accessible. This document in front of me is going to be altered so I can adjust and enhance the page layout and design to make it more of a newsletter that would be distributed to the public. To do this, I first want to change my view so I have an easier way to look at what I'm working with. To change the view, go to the View tab on the ribbon, make sure you're in Print Layout, which is defaulted. And since I have multiple pages in this document, I want to see all the pages at one time. So I'm going to select multiple pages, and now I can see all the pages in my document. The next thing I want to do is adjust the margins for the text. I want the text to move over to the right so I have an open space here to the left. To do this, I first need to make a section break. The section break is going to remove the connection between this text and this text, this text and this text, and this text and this text. So when I adjust my margins, everything doesn't move, and only what I want to move moves. To make a section break, click in the area that you want the section break to happen, go to Layout, Breaks, and since we're not making a page break, which would mean a whole nother page is created wherever I put this break in, I only want a section break in this section, and I want it to be continuous. To separate these two, I'm going to do the same thing, breaks, continuous, and last but not least, breaks and continuous. I've made my section breaks, now I can create my margins. I click into the text that I want to adjust the margin, go to Margins on the Layout tab, Page Setup section. And you can see there are templates that you can use, but I want to make a custom margin. You can adjust the top, bottom, left, and right. And as I stated before, I want the text to move right to leave a left side margin, so I select the left, 2.5 inches. Okay. Do the same down here. Put my insertion point at the beginning of the text. Margins, custom margins, left, 2.5 inches. Okay, excellent. Now I have the list of current classes down here that extend to a third page. I want this to display more clearly and intuitively. To do this, I put my insertion point at the beginning of the text, hold down the Shift key on the keyboard, and then select the point right after the last word to select all my text. Go to the Layout section, the Layout tab of the ribbon, Page Setup section, and go to Columns. I want to create 3 columns out of this text. Now when I look at this, all the words seem to jumble together and you can't tell when one course starts and one ends. So I want to adjust my indents. To do this, I again select all the text here by putting my insertion point up there, holding down the Shift key and clicking here. Still on the Layout tab, find the Paragraph section and open up the dialog box launcher, which is clicking this arrow here. Find the indentation section, and I want to do a special indentation, a hanging indentation. Select hanging. Okay. Now as you can see, each course can easily be identified where it starts and where it ends. I've been asked to insert a symbol to identify an area in this text that has been registered. To do this, I need a special symbol. The text that needs to be registered is webinar. So what I do is I click after webinar and make sure my insertion point's right after the word. Go to Insert, find the Symbols section, and you can see a list of symbols here. Here's the one I'm looking for specifically, the registered sign. But if I wanted more symbols, I can open this up and see all the special symbols that are available to me. But since I need one that's already in the quick menu, I can just select it, and as you can see, it appears into the document. Now I wish to spice up my newsletter here by throwing in some icons or symbols or pictures. To do this and make sure that the text adheres to whatever I insert, I click where I want this symbol to go, and I'll keep it simple by just including an icon, which can be found on the Insert tab of the ribbon in the Illustrations section. And there is a sea of different icons that you can choose from. Since this is going over education, I'll choose the education section here and just use the books. Select it and hit Insert, and as you can see, it messes up my text. I want this to be integrated more cleanly. To do this, I hit the Layout Options button here. And you can see it defaults to inline with text, meaning wherever I had my insertion point, this symbol is going to break right into the text. I don't want that. So I have options down here to have the symbol go in line with the text wrapping, meaning the text will wrap around it. There's a few options. I'll choose square. Now I can move the symbol where I'd like it, and the text will cleanly wrap around it. If I wish it to be over here, it'll automatically do it. There are other options in here. One that shows behind the text, one that shows in front of the text, but we want the text to be red, so we will choose it to look like this. Continuing to want to spice up this document, I'm going to change this heading to a word art. To do that, select the text that you wish to change, go to Insert tab on the ribbon, find Word Art in the text section, and choose the style in which you want to alter the text. As you can see, by doing that, it messed with my box here, but it's an easy fix. Just wait till you get the cross arrows, select with your mouse, and move until it adjusts correctly. Now you can format this in any way that you would like by changing the color of the text fill. You can change the effect, change the outline. Many different options that you can work with. Now I created my margin over here because I wanted to include something over there that would make sense to go in line with the text over here. Sometimes when you insert a text box, you're trying to pull out a quote that you really want your readers to draw their eye to. To insert a text box, select Insert, tab on the ribbon, go to Text, Text Box, and I'm just going to do a simple text box. I can move that to the left here, adjust the size, and I really want my users to know, or my readers to know, they can log in as they usually do. So I select this text from my document, copy, paste. And I can alter the text by selecting it, italicizing, or any form of formatting that you wish, then resizing my box. And then the last thing I want to do is add a picture to give it that final touch. To do that, I go to the Insert tab on the ribbon, select Pictures from the Illustrations section, I located a picture online that I saved to my desktop. I know where it's located, so I can select it and select Insert. As I see, it shows up over here, and it defaults to inline with text. I don't want that. I want it to be wrapping with the text. Put it over here in my left-hand margin that I created. Adjust it. And then format it. Now I can give pictures a number of styles, just like you can do with text or tables or anything like that. And to do that, you'll find, once you're clicked into the picture, go to the Formats tab on the ribbon, and you can choose whatever picture style that you like best. You can also give the picture a border, add effects such as shadowing, reflection, glowing. And there it is.
Tips for a successful week. Do not procrastinate. Log in every day. Complete all reading assignments. Watch the videos. Submit this week's assignment by Sunday. There are no discussions this week. As always, contact me and let me help you cross that finish line. Happy week 5, everyone.